Alright, so lately I decided to get this video. I don't have anything new to review, so I was like, why not? You know, this is an old Thor figure of mine, so please excuse me if I don't have better shots. This is the time where I was just starting to collect Hot Toys, doesn't have the necessary tools to make reviews, so some of my shots are not that great. So now, as usual, we're gonna start off with the box. You know, the side of the box it's pretty cool. I would say I prefer this box better than the Avengers version. Well, the Avengers version I kind of get while they're trying to go for the uniform look, but this one has some variations on it, which I really do like. On the side, MMS 146. This is from the movie Thor, the first one in 2011. And at the back of the box, you can see his figure. This is just the figure itself. This is not actually Hemsworth. I know you can tell. But yeah, he looks pretty good from this picture. And from the inside, because I bought it used, at first I was wondering where the cape was. It's on the cover. If you put the box on the other side, I was ready to call the seller. I was like, you didn't include the cape. But since it's both red, it didn't catch my eye right away. And but I bought this for a really good price back then. It's pretty fair, and it's in good condition, as you can tell. You know, I bought it on a forum. And we're gonna take a look at his accessories. You know, the normal Hot Toy stand, some fisted hands, and you know, some open palm hands, which you could use, you know, to alternate whether you want him to holding his hammer or not. Some extra hand pegs, a hair piece, which I'm gonna explain later for all of you who doesn't know what it's for. Helmet, one of the best accessories I would say that this figure has that the other doesn't. And this Diorama rock base where he puts Mjolnir in. And we're gonna take a closer look on the helmet. I would say this is my selling point when I bought this Thor figure. When I bought this, the Avengers has already come out, and outside of the price, I would say this is my selling point because of the fact that, you know, when you think about Thor, normally you think of him with a helmet. Now, recently in the movies, he hasn't wore a lot of helmets, you know, in the scenes. But, you know, having this as an option is like having an extra head sculpt, in my opinion, which is a good thing to have, because if you want to alternate the look, then you could. And also this rock-based diorama, which is not included in both Thor figures, the most recent ones at least. This is a pretty cool stand, which you can, you know, put on your detail or anywhere. I know you can buy this on eBay, you know, if you have the Avengers version or maybe the Dark World version that's about to come out. I'm not sure if the Mjolnir of the Avengers version is going to fit because I don't have that figure. But, you know, this is the Mjolnir, his hammer, pretty cool detail. It has some weight on it. I think it's around, you know, it has a really good weight on it. It feels heavy. So, yeah, it's a good details on that. And now you're taking a look at the figure. See, it holds its own, even though after all these years, even after 2 revisions, even with the Avengers version, yes, it's not the most accurate version or the head sculpt of Chris Hemsworth, but if you're not a big fan of Thor, this would do. You know, if you're just trying to complete your Avengers, and if you have already, let's say, Hulk or Captain America, and you're just putting him alongside with them, it's not too bad. You know, I would say outside of the head sculpt, which is not bad at all as well. The only difference I would say is his arms. You know, in the Avengers version, he has bigger arms. The armor has a lot better fitting. But, you know, unlike Captain America, who changes his costume a lot, he did change his costume, but very minimal for you to notice any difference. I mean, at least I didn't see a huge difference. So for me, this would do on my collection, especially for the price that it's selling right now. As you can see, the armor, like I said, it's still pretty cool. I've seen people modify this to have the bigger arms version, you know, swapping, you know, body parts from the Avengers Thor, which you could also do. But at this point, I would say if you haven't bought a Thor, or if you don't have any Thor figures as of yet, and you're planning to buy one, my first recommendation is going for the Dark World Thor, because not only is the body better, but also the head sculpt is better. But if you are not a big fan and you're just trying to you know, complete your Avengers line, and you're kind of strapped on cash, I would say get this figure if you can get it for 150 or less. You know, skip the Avengers version because of the fact that it's the lowest I've seen on eBay is $190. And if you think about it, you're only going to add what, $20 or $30 more, and you can get the Dark World version in a few months. So that's not a big difference. Unlike this one runs basically from around 160 or maybe 170, the most expensive one, to 150. So if you compare to the Dark World version, it's quite a difference. It's $80 to $90 difference if you can get it for less than 150. So, you know, as you can see now, the head sculpt, see, it's not that bad. I mean, it's not as great as the Dark World or even the Avengers version, but you can see some Hemsworth in there. So you can see the hair, there's a little bit of gap. It's my fault because I didn't snap it fully, but just to show you the details on his sculpt, I mean, it's not bad at all. Yeah, look at him. I mean, it's not like the V1 Joker, which is horrible. You can see Hemsworth in there. It's just not 100% accurate. You gotta understand, this is the first time that they did, I guess, Hemsworth or this Thor version, so it's not perfect. It took them 3 Jokers to even come close to Ledger. So, but like I said, it's not horrible how he looks like. And as I was saying earlier, if you're buying the Avengers one, there's really no point in getting that at this point. You know, I'm not hating on the figure. I think it's a good figure. If the Dark World wasn't coming out, would I get that? Probably not, because their head sculpt is, yes, it's better than this one, but I really don't see a whole lot of Hemsworth in that as well. It's not as spot on as the Dark World one. Let's just put it that way. And that is the hair that I'm talking about. So you can pop it off. It's being connected by a magnet on the back of the hair. I believe that's the bigger hair that I just took off. And kind of like Hulk, if you have the Hulk figure, it does have the magnet in the back, so you can easily snap it on and off. And now you're gonna put on the other hair piece, the one that I showed you earlier, to be able to, so you can put the helmet so it would fit, because the other hair is too puffy, you know, to make it look. So there you go. So you can snap it on. Actually, you can display it with this hair as well. It doesn't have much volume in it, but because of that, you know, you can snap on this helmet, which looks pretty sweet if you ask me. See, if he has the helmet on, which the whole time, mind you, I already sold this figure. That's why I'm just trying to put it on YouTube. But if you put in the helmet, it has a different aura in it. I mean, at least in my opinion, it's like a new head sculpt without actually popping the head off. So that's even better. So if you're kind of tired of having him him with a helmet, so you can pop it off easily, just change the hair. So I would say, in a sense, this is a more complete Thor figure. And now you're taking a look at him in a full view with a cape and the helmet on. So see, look at this. He still holds his own. You know, it's pretty cool. Like I said, if you can get it for a fair price, by fair I mean 150 or less. You know, don't overpay for this one. If somebody's selling you for 170, I would say just add $50 and wait for the Dark World version, because it's not going to be worth it. Yes, the helmet is cool. Yes, the rock base is cool, but for a right price. You know, I mean, the rock base, you can probably get it on eBay. I don't know, maybe you have to pay $20, $30. But still, you know, you can get that. The only thing that you can't get out of this figure is the helmet. Because even if you do get it, maybe you're just going to use it as a prop to your new Thor just by him holding it, but you can't really put it on unless you buy a head sculpt, you know. But there you go. Here's the entire Thor. As you can see here, I did a funny thing here. I put the helmet backwards. There's no way to correct it now since I don't have the figure. But like I said, still a good figure, only for the right price. All right. Thank you for watching.